On social media, we're seeing a lot of leaks from the on-set shoot of Clayface. And one of the leaks that's been pictured and leaked onto social media is Matt Reeves, the Batman logo in Clayface. So Mr. James Gunn over on Threads was broached about this from a fan. This was his actual response. It's a mistake. It's an accident. I'm paraphrasing here. I can't expect to check everything that's put on my desk. Either he's a liar or he's utterly incompetent. Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. I am Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends, wives, and especially your boyfriends and your husbands. A very warm welcome to yet another daily chat, a DC daily chat with me, Mick, from Iron Napa, Cyprus. Right now, I'm hungover after another great night here in Iron Napa, speaking to you about DC. So welcome back to Movies TV Mad, my platform, Movies TV Mad that nobody watches, and welcome to Saturday's edition of the DCU Daily. So yes, that's what he said. He said he can't be expected to check everything on his desk. Actually, that bullshit he's used before. But it just makes him sound utterly incompetent, doesn't it now? But that is a side dish of what I really want to talk about today. And it's this. Let me get my phone. So, basically, Variety have been doing this series, analysing Hollywood's franchises. They wanted to talk about DC. Now listen to how panicked they are. But look at the bullshit they're spewing out. James Gunn's Superman may have earned less than Man of Steel, but wait for it, but it's far outpaced the previous DC regime. Excuse me? Bruh, what you saying? Are you fucking serious? Let's read that again. Less than Man of Steel, but it's far outpaced the previous DC regime and set the reboot on solid footing. So somehow they're admitting that Man of Steel made more money than Superman, but somehow this new regime is outpacing the last DC regime. Bruh, Man of Steel made 668. BVS made around 870, 880, whatever it made, right? Suicide Squad, the David Ayer one that was reshot or re-edited by a pop video company, right? Just under 800 million. Wonder Woman around 800 million. The Snyder Cut breaking all sorts of streaming records. There's no way that this DC regime is on the same footing. It's ridiculous. The DCEU is already beating the DCU. And if that's the case, which it is, the DCU is dead before it's finished. But listen how they backtrack on what they say on the top. And sets the reboot on solid foundations. DC ranks high in creative health. Oh, bruh! These people have been smoking some mushrooms. Oh my God! Creative health. The film has drowned in creative bankruptcy, but they're talking about creative health. Though uncertainty around 2026 titles like Supergirl and Clayface leaves its earning potential mid-pack. The inconsistency in what they're saying here. James Gunn's Superman may have earned less than Man of Steel, but it's far outpaced the previous DC regime and set the reboot on a solid footing. I'm telling you, these Cali journalists, mate, are on some serious fucking whacking. Serious whacking. I know, let me write an article, but I better smoke some mushroom before I fucking write it. Oh, what was I writing? Oh yeah, James Gunn is the bestest ever. Anyway, crazy. So you can see how panicked these people fucking are. I wasn't imagining that. Someone actually wrote that down. That Man of Steel may have outpaced Superman, but Superman is beating the previous regime. I don't understand. Please explain to me. Are they talking about domestic? Well, Man of Steel beats Superman in that case internationally. So it balances itself out, doesn't it, bruh? But they're nervous because they're scared. There is now a bidding war for Warner Brothers Discovery. It's not just Paramount. They're all after Warner Brothers. It's a huge fucking studio with so much IP and television history and film history. They all want to buy it. It's on the fucking market. Make no mistake about that. So James Gunn has his minions hard at work. Brandon Davis and all the other shills will be shilling James Gunn for the next few weeks and months, hoping that whoever buys Warner Brothers Discovery keeps Gunn on. James Gunn is an incompetent co-CEO. He's not a co-CEO. He's a writer-director, and he's barely that. But he's good at what he does. That one thing he can do, he's good at it. They keep on going on about a secret project. It's all part of the blag to keep whoever's buying WB interested in them. It's desperate. It's desperate because it's a foregone conclusion that the DCU is dead on arrival. We'll know that. We'll know it's dead on arrival. It may have been top of the flops of this year's comic book movies, but being the most successful awful movie isn't much of a prize at the end of the day. It's not. It's crazy. It's a crazy situation, isn't it? I mean, I've seen some funny things since this movie was released. Some funny fucking fucked up takes. But this takes the biscuit. What Variety wrote there makes no sense. That it's on a more successful footing than the beginning of the DCEU. Then they say, but next year's movies have uncertainty and they may not make much money. So how can they be on a superior footing than the DCEU? They can't be. They can't be. They're not. This is not an agenda. Look, let's get it clear. I'm a Snyder fan. And I like a lot of the stuff that Gunn's done. It's not about agenda. Man of Steel is an infinite superior movie that made more money. Superior! Superior in every fucking way. This is not biased. I ain't got my blinders on. Man of Steel is a proper, thoughtful movie. A contemporary take on Superman. It's all there for you to see, whether you like what they did or not. It's all there for you to see. A proper film with originality, with a plan, with an idea, with an inception. A first contact story, not about the fucking jokes. And that's all it is. James Gunn is cooked. Warner Brothers Discovery was always going to be sold everyone. And Zaslav was just there to cut away the fat, to trim the fat, which he's done quite successfully, actually. The company's not doing well. It was never going to do well. Time Warner sold it to AT&T for a fucking reason, because they were in trouble secretly. So they said, let's get the fuck out of here. Bruh, let's sell it to those idiots, that cable and wireless company, AT&T. They don't know about fucking studios. Quick, bruh, let's fucking run! Run, fucking run! So they ran. And AT&T had no idea how to run scripted entertainment. And Zaslav has no idea how to run a scripted entertainment company. But he has trimmed the fat as a businessman. And now it's time to sell it and try and get as much green as they can for it. Because the valuable thing about WB, it's his name, it's his legacy, his history, and its IP, like it is for all studios. This is a bigger sale than 20th Century Fox. This is huge, and whoever gets this has got something highly valuable. And all you have to do is have good creative heads to execute what they have. It's interesting, isn't it? They've got a Harry Potter streaming series coming out. What kind of future has that got? I think it's a bad idea. A very bad idea. And I always thought doing another franchise after closing down a previous franchise that failed wasn't the best of ideas. Was it now? I'm talking common sense, right? Common sense. It's a failure. And the panic is so blatant. The simping for James Gunn is so blatant that it's actually funny. Because nobody is fooled. As I said earlier, Warner Brothers Discovery, for you who don't want to hear this, is being fucking sold. Sold, I tell you. It's being sold. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but in a couple of years' time, someone is going to own WB. Netflix want it. Universal want it. Personally, I'd like Universal to have it. I really would. I like the way Universal do their business. They are the biggest studio out there right now. Enjoyed seeing the Mario 2 trailer as well. I've been a bit too busy to do a trailer reaction. I do apologise for that. But trailer reactions are not really the thing that you come in to watch my videos for. It's my opinion, right? So they're nervous. They're panicked. They're trying to say James Gunn. But James Gunn was doomed from the moment he agreed to be co-CEO of DC Studios. We all saw this coming. We all knew what type of Superman movie he was going to make. I tried to be balanced. I tried to sit on the fence for a long time and say, hey, maybe the guy will step outside of himself. Maybe he's got an interesting vision for my hero. My God, even I, with all the red flags I was talking about pre-fucking release, when I saw it, when I saw that early screening, I couldn't fucking believe what I was seeing. I couldn't believe what the man had done. I mean, we'd heard about mutant monkeys and the fucking rest of it, but I still couldn't believe my eyes. There were some interesting Superman-y moments that I kind of liked. I liked the moment when Lois Lane says that she questions people and he loves everyone and believes in everyone, wants to believe everyone is good. I liked that. But then afterwards, it kind of goes downhill. And I think it's because he's not a strong enough writer. Basically, every writer puts their personality and vibe into what they're writing. He's only got one vibe. Fart jokes, comedy, and when he's writing serious stuff about like cruelty to animals and things like that, he's quite good because he's passionate about that stuff. He should stick to what he fucking knows. And being a co-CEO of a company isn't what he knows. Writing and directing a Superman movie isn't what he knows. Writing and directing Man of Tomorrow isn't what he knows. It's going to be another disaster. And this time I guarantee you that Man of Tomorrow, if released, and that's a big if, will make less than Superman. It will not equal, the big opening box office of Batman vs Superman and the 870 million odd that movie made. And people call that a fucking flop. A Batman and Superman movie should be making more money. But again, like Man of Steel, it was the big swings that hurt it with the general audience. And a lot of DC fans as well. I get that. Still love those movies though. Still gonna, their box office is gonna be higher than anything that Gunn does. He's not going to be successful, right? And for you people who are sitting there crying and wishing that this company doesn't get sold, you are wasting your damn oxygen because it is going to be sold. And these articles still pretending that Superman was a big success. I'll tell you something else. I believe the real box office they made globally was around 300 to 330 million. No. I'm going to be honest with you right here, right now. I've hinted about this, but I'm going to go on the record and say, I don't believe this film made anywhere near 600 million globally.